Good morning, babies. Hi, friends. Silly. This morning, I'm mending a hole in a sweater that I bought in Santorini. Um, God, probably 20 something years ago. No, it was actually the year 2000. It was 25 years ago. Oh my God. Okay, so this sweater I bought in Santorini because it was cold and I wanted to, be warm at night. And I got this sweater and I love it. And the moths ate it. So I'm going to repair it. I'm going to put a little heart there where the hole was. And I think that's kind of metaphorical. I think that I've always felt like I lived on Santorini in some lifetime. It's such a magical, special place, and it's built around the crater of an old volcano that erupted and destroyed the civilization that was there, and the Minoans. And it's erupting. There's earthquakes that are happening right now in that area, and there's another volcano that is adjacent to the Santorini one that is currently brewing for an eruption, and they've evacuated the island of Santorini, and that's kind of big. I mean, that's sort of a large environmental scale sort of thing to know about, and today it's almost 50 degrees in Baltimore. It's like so beautiful that I've got my door open, taking advantage of the fresh air. And I planted some mint and cilantro, and I'm really congested. My filter on my air filter is so clogged. I need a new one. And I guess that's 6 months. Anyway, I digress. Where are we in the world? Where are we in the grand scheme of human evolution and what we're willing to learn from where we are right now and where we've been? Because it's important. And history was kind of like a snooze, maybe in high school, but there's a reason that we do learn from it, because we have the opportunity to decide whether we want to do that sort of thing again, or whether we have a choice as intelligent and discerning human beings if we want to do something different. So right now, we're in this very strange time because we have rules that we've been following as a society and laws and things that we considered non-negotiable, that, they were like, you do this and this happens, or you don't do this. But it's all bets are off because we are working in with the mind, this whole how do you even say? It's like a whole mindset of gaslighting and denial, and it's okay, honey, don't tell anyone. And I didn't do that. She made me. She did that. It's a blame game full of shame and unresolved trauma. And the key is to accept personal responsibility for all of our thoughts and our feelings and our actions, and to be able to clearly look in the face of the things that happened in our past and decide whether we want to label them as good or bad, and what we want to do with them. Like, how do we want to learn from the things of the past once we get past judging them and judging ourselves for, maybe, if you do that, because it could be self-reflection and not judgment. Once we do that, then there's an opportunity to make a decision on whether, like, going forward in the same way is productive, or whether you want to choose something else and find another way that is more resonant with living a healthy, happy, whole life. Like, I think we've been conditioned to accept a lot less than is our total worth and well-being, and that we've gotten so fast in our food and our thinking and our living and our deciding and in our government that we're not seeing the bigger picture and the effects of these quick decisions on ourselves. So, and the greater whole. So, how do we do things that are healthy and healing for ourselves because it's for the greater good, and it's for our emotional evolution, because that is kind of where we are right now, emotionally evolving, I hope, or devolving. I mean, that really is like the crux of humanity. Like, how much do we allow ourselves to feel every day, and what can we handle, and what do we want to cut off from, and what's the tolerance level for things that we feel in our bodies are not right, are not in alignment with our highest good and highest, most well-being for our whole world, not just ourselves. So maybe that is sort of like the sacred alignment. Like, what is good for me that is also good for the whole? How do I develop that sensibility so that my actions create a better world, because I'm considering how I affect others with what I'm doing, who I'm being? And if I'm doing it to act out of anger and cause upset in someone else because I'm upset, then it might feel good in the moment. But if everybody does that, then we're all causing that upsetness in other people. How do we balance, like, listening to ourselves, listening to our needs and what we enjoy, and how it affects others, and how we can, oh God, I don't know. I'm just like trying to get too profound, and it's not making sense anymore. I don't know. Is it? It's creepy that we may or may not really have elected this person who is now currently in control of our lives, literally, and our well-being, and the societal structures that we put in place to somewhat secure our health and well-being. And we've gotten so corrupted and so used to being corrupted and thinking about corruption that it's very difficult to see how far we've come from alignment with what really is our values, what is our well-being, what is good for everyone. And it's become polarized and used to divide us. Like, taxes are because we need social services. And so it's like a collective of everyone's input to ensure that people who can't take care of themselves, like old people and ill people and children, can get the things that they need to live a good life. And by avoiding that, by avoiding taxes, or being very, very wealthy and not wanting to contribute to that, then where's that money going? Like, why wouldn't they want to? Like, what's more important than building a society that works and is healthy and good for everyone? Like, What's more important than that? The power that we have over each other's lives, or the power that one person has over all of our lives? And that power should be the one and only creator of us all, and not someone who disdains creation and who is only destroying things. So our creativity is our expression of love, of caring for the world that we live in, because creatively we enhance, we beautify the world rather than destroy it. So creativity is love. It's channeling like this incredible flow of energy that is always aware around us, available, and it's coming through us as a conduit of creation and coming out as poetry or music or art or love making. And that is creative. But the destruction is also potential, because we're afraid it'll be destroyed or taken away. So it's easier to destroy it right off, by ourselves, so that we don't experience that, that joy, that love, that preciousness being taken away. And there's no way to prevent it, because that is how it all just happens. Nothing is constant. Nothing is concrete. Nothing is certain. Certainly not our life every day. From 1 minute to the next, we could stop breathing, and then that's it. That's all over. Done. Game over. So living in alignment with something that is creative and joyful and expansive is probably healthier than being in ignorance and ignoring the world around you and ignoring the needs of others and ignoring the basic structures that we have set up to keep us safe. Like, you don't let a 4-year-old drive a car because they just don't know well enough. They're just having fun. But it's without the consequences, is without knowledge of the consequences. So, how do we get the 4-year-old out of the driver's seat of the car? And maybe now that things have been completely uprooted and destroyed, maybe it is time for us to consciously think about ways that we would like to structure our society, our world, our economy, our ability to create rather than destroy, and educate in a way that emboldens, enlivens, enriches the lives of kids, and not, and what do we want to do that's positive, that is growthful, that is hopeful, and that empowers each of us with the feeling that we all make a difference and that we are in control somehow of the greater good by being individually good. Whew. So every day in Judaism, we wake up and we thank God for putting the soul back into our body so that we're able to have this conversation and we're able to live up to it in different ways every day. But by reminding ourselves every day that it's our oath, it's our promise to live up to, then that's, how we make ourselves better in the world. And then we go on to thank God for this creation, for breathing, for the breath in our bodies, for the ability to go to the bathroom and poop and pee. All these basic things, for opening our eyes, for hearing. We don't have, actually, there's no blessing for hearing, but there is a mandate to hear, to listen. Haha. Thank God for opening my eyes and removing the things that block my eyes from seeing. Thank you for straightening me when I'm bent over, when I'm crumbling under the weight of life and my own thoughts. It's all gratitude. It's thank you, God, for giving me everything I need is literally one of the prayers that we say. That's kind of nice. Yeah. So thank you. Thank you. What do you want to do to be thankful and live love in the world today? Make a world that's loving by being loving yourself and starting with yourself in that love. Thank you. I love you.